Hi besties, what's up? My name is Makenzie and welcome to my channel and welcome to the start of Bookmas. Hope you guys don't mind this very cozy start. It's been a long day and I was gonna film in front of my bookshelves for the first Bookmas video, but I have not finished them as of filming this, so yeah, that's it. Yeah. I thought it would be easier than it is, and it's not, and I know I don't have enough shelf space, so I'm getting kind of nervous. But anyways, we are here to talk about the books I want to read in December, at least some of them. So welcome to Bookmas Day 1, the TBR. I am very nervous for this. I am not looking forward to this. Because this, what I'm about to show you, is not that intimidating, to be honest. Like, it's no big deal. The plan that I have up here, it's gonna take all month. I'm almost positive it's gonna take all month to do. So, without further ado, let's just get into the few books that I have right here with me. First, we have The Stolen Heir by Holly Black. This is the first in, I don't know what the series is called. So essentially, this follows Oak, Jude's younger brother from the Cruel Prince trilogy, and we are seeing him however many years later that this takes place, as I believe he becomes king, possibly? I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me on that, but I pre-ordered the second book, and I definitely need to have this read by the time the second book comes out, which, not too sure when that is, but nonetheless, I would like to get this read. I think it's going to be, I hope it's going to be really good. When it first came out, I heard mixed things about it, so we're going to see. We're going to see. Next, we have Immortality, a love story by, freak, dude, I get her name wrong every single time. Jana Schwartz. Yeah. Jana Schwartz. I'm sorry. There's something about that font right there. It really gets me. It really gets me, but if you don't know, this is the second and final book in this duology. The first book is called Anatomy, a Love Story, and it is possibly one of my favorite books I've read all year, this year, and I really need to finish it. The first book left off on such a cliffhanger, and I need to know where it goes. I need to know where it goes from there, so I'm very excited to read this and see what I think, because I think there are going to be some big things happening in this book. Some very shocking things, if you will. So, I'm very excited to hopefully get to this. So, if you guys don't know, if you have not heard me absolutely raving about Anatomy, a Love Story, it follows our main character Hazel and our other main character Jack. And essentially, Hazel wants to become a mortician, I believe it is. No. That's talking Jack the Ripper. I apologize. She wants to be a surgeon, though. And this is back in the day where women can't be surgeons, essentially. So she makes her way into the surgeon program, and unfortunately, very quickly is found out to be a girl, and she gets kicked out. But she is told that if she can pass the test, at the end, basically she can become someone's apprentice. So in enters Jack. He actually robs graves for a living. And he doesn't just rob, you know, a family pendant here, a wedding ring there. He literally steals the whole body and sells them to colleges and stuff. And Hazel and Jack meet and form an unlikely allyship. And Hazel and Jack obviously find out that there is way more going on behind the scenes than they thought possible. So I really, really loved it. I can't wait to see where this one goes. Like I said before, the first book ended off on like a bang, so I just cannot wait to read this. Alright, next we have kind of a wild card. I'm very nervous about this, but it is Lightlark by Aster. I feel like this was very popular on Booktok at the very beginning of the year, and I have not really heard any buzz about it, and considering that there's a second book coming out kind of soon, if it's not already out by now, that's kind of sus. But if you don't know, basically the island of Lightlark appears every 100 years. And you have 7 rulers, I believe. 6 realms. You have 6 rulers from 6 different realms coming to Lightlark to compete basically to the death. And basically they have a unique set of curses that each one of them has to break. Very intrigued by this. Surprised I haven't heard anything about it since it came out, but yeah, this is definitely my wild card. I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about this, but I am very excited nonetheless to see how I feel about it. Next, I wanted to break up all these reads, these new reads, with a reread. I'm pretty sure I read it at least 2, if not 3 times the first year I read it, and that is Winterwood by Shea Ernshaw. This is one of my favorite books of all time. Think literal quintessential Makenzie read. So, sorry, Nora, okay. Sorry, I don't remember her name. It's been like a good 2-3 years since I've read this book, but essentially this book follows our main character, Nora Walker, and she has basically always been an outcast of sorts. And her island is about to get snowed on, and she won't be able to make it out of the town. There's this lake that basically transports things from itself to a wooded, like, a magical woods, and no one can walk in there except for Nora and her family. And one day she actually discovers and stumbles upon something that she was not anticipating, to say the least. And it is her job to figure out what happened and why this thing that she found is there, and more importantly, how it's even possible that it is still there. Like I said, I love this book. This is actually a special edition. I will be rereading my one with all the annotations if I can find it, but I love this. It has blue sprayed edges. The normal cover is black. This has the white and the blue. Oh, I'm so obsessed with this. Then it has this really pretty design. It's on the front and back, and then obviously there. I'm so obsessed with this book. I literally have approximately 4 copies of this book. This is one of my favorite books of all time, and it's signed. So yeah, I love this book. I'm obsessed with it. If you have not read it, you should consider picking it up. I think you guys would have a fun time reading it. It is definitely perfect for the winter season, which is why I've been putting my reread of it this year off, because I wanted to read it in December when the snow has fallen. There is some snow behind me, but it is not December when I'm filming this, first of all, and second of all, it's barely any snow. So I'm going to pick the coziest day off I have and reread that book with some hot chocolate and some snacks, and I think it'll be perfect. So I'm very excited to get back into Nora's story. I love her. I love that book. I love it. I love Shea Ernshaw. I love her writing. She's such a great writer. I just cannot express how much I love that book in particular. Next, we have another ending to a duology, and that is These Twisted Bonds by Lexi Ryan. And I'm trying to remember what the main character's name is. Abriella's. Okay, so essentially, the first book follows Abriella, and her sister is sold off to the Fae Market by her evil aunt who deserves to die. I don't remember if she met her end in the first book, but I don't actually think we know that. But Abriella decides that she needs to go and save her sister, so she travels to the Fae realms and makes this deal with a Fae ruler that she will go to the warring kingdom, essentially, and try to steal this ancient artifact that this other realm needs. And it is twisty and turny, and I really love it. It is compared to ACOTAR. Do not go in thinking this is ACOTAR. But it is so fun. I love the first book a lot. So I'm very excited to hopefully finish out the duology, if I remember correctly. Sorry, there is like something on there. If I remember correctly, the first book left off on quite the cliffhanger. And yeah, I'm just very, very excited to get back into this world with these characters because I love them a lot. And then the 2 love interests are on each side. very excited to get back into this. See what happens in this book. Because, yeah, there were a lot of twists and turns in the first book. And I am very intrigued to see who she's going to end up with. I'm kind of looking around to see if there's any other books that I want to add to this list. But I don't think so. I think with the other things I'm possibly going to read in December, I think this is more than reasonable enough to assume that I will hopefully actually finish this for once, because it'd be great if I could finish these 6 books. That'd be great. So, last but not least, we have Spinning Silver by Naomi Novic, and I think this is just a Rumpelstiltskin retelling. I'm not 100% sure, though. I'm just going to be so real with you guys. I do not know the main character's name, but I do know that I did watch another YouTuber. His name is Ian. I'll link his channel down below. He read this in a video, I believe, and he said it was really dark and twisty, and it was like a grim fairy tale, essentially. So I'm very excited to hopefully get to this. I heard nothing but good things about Naomi Novic's writing style, so I'm really hoping I can get into this and love it. I also love the cover. I don't love that as much, but if I love it, I don't think I'm going to be annotating any of these books, famous last words, but I don't think I'm going to be annotating any of these books this month, so I can definitely unhaul this one and get the standard copy, unless they don't sell it in hardcover. But, very, very excited to get to this. Alrighty, besties. These are the 6 books I anticipate making a priority this month. I am so excited to read all of these. I cannot wait. I really, really hope I can read all of them. This seems doable. The other reading plans I'm going to try to get, it might not be as easy as I'm thinking it is, but I'm very excited to read these. I hope that I can get to all of them, and I love them all. If you guys have read any of these books and you want to let me know what you thought of them, let me know down below. Let me know what I should start with, what you guys would like to see in my first reading vlog of December. And yeah, without further ado, I guess I will talk to y'all in my next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to. That'd be cool. And I will talk to y'all in my next video. Bye, everyone.
When you're not here, the sun don't shine. When you're not near, I don't feel like I do when you're